this one, I'm going to talk about the benefits of detachment. The way I got into detachment was through pain and depression, I want to say. Um, Growing up and more when I was a teenager, going through day to day life when you perceive your life is like shitty and not worth it, basically just miserable. Um, Having to function day to day in school, work, the gym, in public, I had to practice detachment. This would look like, internally I'm just feeling like shit, but when people want to talk to me or I want to hang out with friends, I'm trying to have a good time. I don't want to be an Eeyore, like the character in Winnie the Pooh is just like down all the time. I didn't want to be any of that, so I kind of had to put on a fake smile. But, being around my friends, being around people, it just, I don't want to be, I never wanted to project my own bullshit onto people. So it was like half fake smile. I was kind of faking it, but I was acting how I would act if I was okay or like happy. And I learned the most from detachment. I learned how to detach from when I went through the worst things in my life, like losing family close to you, friends, the state of the world, everything, and like relationships, everything together just was one like void or a black hole type of thing inside me. And like I said, people gotta work. You still gotta see people and you don't want to be projecting what you got going on. I told people what was happening, some people that I trusted, but I didn't want to put the same weight I had onto them because people, have their own lives, have their own things they're going through, and that's how I practice detachment the most. And when you have other things you have to deal with on a day-to-day basis, like people or at work, work's not always going to be a breeze. There's always going to be something going on, especially if you're in like customer service. One inconvenience could just push you off the edge. So that's when you have to use detachment the most, so you don't crash out. All of that together can help you learn the world objectively, which is what I prefer to view the world as objectively. I still have my subjective experiences that I want to have, but for the most part, it's objective for the same reason that I'm not projecting my subjective desires on other people, and everyone has their own subjective desires, and it might not add up to what I desire or want for myself, and that's fine. It's like a agree to disagree kind of thing. There's no reason that I should be mad at people for how they live their life or feel some type of way, unless they're grimy, like fucking like a murderer or some shit, a serial killer. Obviously, that's fucking given, or just like a bad person overall. Um, if they're not like that, then there's no reason there should be some type of collision. For the most part, when I've seen collisions because people don't agree with other people's lifestyles. Like I said, you don't have to agree, but as long as they're not, bad people, it is what it is. I feel like viewing the world objectively and learning it with detachment gives you the most like truthful living. I feel like if I didn't, there would be so many times I would crash out. Even when I feel some type of way, when people say certain shit or how they move through life, I like sort it out. I don't let it affect me, or at least I try to. And like I said, people are gonna live their life and do what they want anyway, especially if they're grown. There's more leeway when you're younger. You don't really know the world. As like a teenager, I didn't really give a fuck. I was like, as long as they're not bothering me, I don't care. As long as it's not interfering directly. But throughout the last 5 years, like my real adult life, there's certain people you can't be around because of the lifestyle they live. A lot of people that I grew up with that I know had like difficult times and rough upbringings, whatever. Like I was hoping they would grow out of certain shit as we got older, but there was a lot of friendships I had to let go that were like decade long because people just want to be victims and be shitty people overall over their situation, acting like they can't do something about it. So I tried. Shit's crazy when you're in a toxic fucking friendship. Like, what the fuck? This is literally relationship shit, but with a homie. Like, what the fuck? That shit weird as hell. I personally can't deal with that. Like, I don't even tolerate that shit from girls. Why the fuck do I want a homie acting like a bitch? Honestly. And the more grown I get, the more like cutthroat I am with it. Especially with people in my generation and age. Like, we've been on this planet for the same amount of time, bro. Like, how are we not seeing the same shit? And I know some people grow at different rates and I still give grace, whatever. But with people that I know for sure are like similar to me or like cut from the same kind of cloth, it's like, nah, he fucking up. Like, I can't kick it with you. Um, there's times where it's interfered with my life, and that for sure puts a nail in the coffin. Even if I know you, even if I've known you for 10 years, I've cut off child friend homies at this point. And it's the history that keeps me from doing it earlier. But like I said, I don't. It's gonna hurt maybe. Like, I still appreciate the good times, but like, you got me fucked up. And I don't necessarily wish bad on people, even when they've tried to come at me. Maybe in the moment, yeah, I wanted you to die, but after a while, it's like, you're acting like that for a reason. I hope you figure that shit out for real, and we can't be friends ever again. And that's fine. I know they regret it. I don't fucking regret it. But I still have lifelong friends that are cool and we've grown together. Not just grown up together. That's a bar too. Shout out to Armin. I don't know if he's gonna watch this. I doubt it, but he's the one I'm referring to. I met this motherfucker in fucking first grade, and we've never had a fallout. We went years without seeing or talking to each other, but when we linked back up, it was yesterday type of shit. Um, and as adults now, like, we're grown as hell. We check up on each other, but we know what it is. Like, we're fucking grown. Just only so much we can say, like we're updated on each other's lives, like, but that's still a bro. Like there's no, that's actually fam at this point. I think I strayed from the topic, detachment and shit. How the fuck I strayed into this? Damn, I lost the plot. Um, but yeah, detachment. Oh, another point is like not to get lost in the sauce, because I was numb at one point. Like I was completely heartless, and I was like, "Damn, this is kind of goofy. Like I'm being grimy." And I had to work on that for a few years, because being numb and just cold as hell, like it still works, but I saw the limitations, and I had a little like sliver of heart left, and I was like, "Let me see what I can do with it." And we're here now, because I didn't want to be a zombie bot the whole time, and that was mostly because I was going through it. But I still had to make the conscious decision to be like, oh, I have to work on this. Like I said, we're here now. So there's a balance between detachment and emotional unavailability. But like I said, I think detachment and viewing the world objectively is the truest reality you can live. That's it, that's all.